185K and 99K and perhaps other models, there are two things that don't really get lubrication. So this is like a cylinder, it's a roller, and I tried to film it, but this is not for everyone. So not everybody will try to remove this plate here because there is a small pin here with a spring, so you need to be careful to put it the same position back on the left hole. Right is for the screw securing the knob that it's adjusting the lever here. So this is the rear fork. This pin goes towards the right side and it slides into this channel. Perhaps you can tell it's a channel here. Now there is another fork, this one, very difficult to film, and if I look from a very sharp angle, perhaps you see a silver dot here. That fork sits in front here, and in between the arms of the fork there is a small long pin, and also it's a rolling pin. I can actually get my finger in there, touch it, and rotate it, spin it with my finger. However, this one was almost not stuck, but was difficult to turn, and I think what happened is that old oil did leak on it, and then it turns into gunk, and obviously is no longer rotating. And the same went for the small pin, rotating pin on the front fork. I had to rotate it, spin it, force on it by hand until I break it loose. It was stuck, that one. So those pins, that pin on the front fork and this small cylinder which just rotates, you can remove it from there basically. This may not rotate easily, and also it's very difficult. Normally in theory oil should leak from there, and hopefully a little bit of oil will leak on it, but you never know, and it's even hard to lubricate the surfaces, which this is the upper shaft goes inside the fork. So yes, these are points. It's not really bad. It's not points that are going to seize your machine or so. However, they are going to reduce the maximum speed of the machine, and also at some point these metal surfaces are it's a pretty strong hard metal, so it's not soft. It's not going to wear that fast, but still these are 2 points. And again, the front what's on my finger here? The front pin that's on, it sits like this, right? So it's a very thin pin. It's not needle thin, but it's very thin, and goes like this, and you will see perhaps just the inserting point on one side of the rear fork. The rear fork looks like this. It's a complete loop. You cannot remove it from there because the shaft gets through it. And that one, really, I just put my finger through this opening and just pressed on it, and at some point it started to rotate. That one, I'm guessing it should get some oil from the top holes, but like I mentioned on another video, you need to be careful with these machines, because on the 99K on the manual it says if you want to lubricate through these holes the upper shaft, you need to put the pickup lever at the lowest position. So the lowest it reaches, you rotate the handwheel and bring it to the lower position. Why? Because the upper shaft at around this point where it's where is the front fork, and the rear, slightly rear when is the rear fork, well, the shaft has a bend on it. So if I film from above, that bend looks a bit like this. So if the shaft is in this position, if you drop oil through the hole, it will just fall on the bottom, never touching the shaft. So it depends on your luck, the position of the handwheel. You don't have to remove the handwheel. You need to bring the shaft in this position to get the oil, to get it aligned with the holes and the oil falling on it. So obviously you need to keep rotating when the lever is at the lowest. Many owners, I guess, never read the owner manual and never knew about these things. So those lubricating points, these contact areas and their roller and pin, never get oil on them. So that's what happens, but I'm just sharing with you. It's up to everyone, if they want to remove this plate. Again, through this plate, you will see this rolling cylinder. Now you see me, I did remove this rod. Don't do it. Do not remove this rod from the machine. Do not disconnect anything at the bottom unless you are good at these things, because the moment you disconnect this rod or anything else underneath, you simply lose the timing. You decouple the top rod movement with the bottom movement of the shuttle and dog feed. So unless you know how to set the timing correctly, when you put everything back in place, never try to disconnect anything at the bottom. Don't loosen screws, knots, anything. Don't touch the bottom. Only this opening. And through this opening, you will see this this cylinder. I'm not sure if it's easy to kind of unstuck it. I don't know. Maybe at least put a drop of oil on it and hope for the best. But now at least you know these components are there and need a little bit of oil once in a while.